What do you mean, peace? Trunks seemed confused.
I believe much of what you would consider as such. You are a child of conflict. Wouldn't you like that all to end?
The time traveler stopped moving for a moment. The creature didn't seem hostile, but was this a trick? Could he really trust something that was pretty much just an android, but from space? Something that he had learned to detest? It would be hard, but...
We can help each other. You and me. Lesser men have created me for their petty revenge plans, but from the way I see it, what I see are troubled little squabbles in need of improvement.
He felt the touch of a little hand on his shoulder. He could swear that, at this moment, he started to hear a little ringing in his ears. Trunk shook his head, and before he could respond with a full sentence, a key blast tore a hole in Perfection's side. It was Vegeta.
Stay away from him, you little freak!
The creature's mirrored eyes assessed the hit. It did burn out a sizable amount of flesh. It looked painful, but it wasn't.
Prince Vegeta, I see the main proprietor of the conflict is here.
What's that supposed to mean?
Vegeta powered up to stand eye to eye with the monstrosity.
Well, never mind that, because I am here to bring you down.
As he went on and tried to punch the creature, right before the hit connected, a subtle blue glow could be seen, and the prince's fist phased through the creature, as if they were made of thin mist.
What?
Oh, I despise all that brutality.
Perfection's small hand caught Vegeta's arm embedded in his own head and twisted it away. Then a kick came from both legs. The sounds of battle quickly alerted Boxer as to where they were. So, almost at once, Perfection found themselves surrounded by 3 Saiyans.
I see the cavalry is here. I really do not wish to fight any of you.
Kakarot, let's end this already. Be careful though, he is tricky, but I'm pretty sure that we can end him here and now.
Wait, Vegeta. He doesn't seem aggressive though.
You told me that the old man ordered us not to let him speak.
Boxer's eyes narrowed.
Do you see the old man anywhere?
Vegeta hissed.
It'll be all on you if he does anything weird.
Perfection smiled politely.
Boxer Brief, it is so nice to finally meet you in person. I have been filled with so many hateful memories of you. I am glad that they were mostly exaggerated and mostly fictitious.
Do you have a name?
I am currently going with the nom de plume of Perfection.
Boxer smirked.
Someone's got a pretty high ego.
Oh, maybe so. But you see, it's an undeniable fact that I am the absolute pinnacle of bioengineering. But fear not, I've come here today with a peace offering.
Oh yeah? Not many things sent by the Red Ribbon Army could be construed as a peace offering of their own volition, said Bardock nervously.
Oh no, I'm not some mere tool of the Red Ribbon Army as part of their feeble legacy. In fact, a large part of myself has been dreamed out of the finest Tuffle minds.
Tuffle?
Vegeta seemed confused.
You see, the prince knows what I am getting at.
What's a Tuffle, Vegeta?
Boxer said confusedly.
A technologically powerful race that once shared planet Vegeta with us.
Planet Plant, you mean? That your ancestors conquered. And then you did what you do best with your fellow compatriots. But do not worry, I do not bear any grudges. It is only in your Saiyan nature.
Vegeta roared in anger, being toyed like this, charging right toward Perfection.
Vegeta, wait!
Very quickly, he learned that the phasing trick had rendered his punches and kicks useless. So, he decided to wound the creature with a ki blast. Perfection used this opportunity, though, to get close and phase his little hand through his chest again. Vegeta felt something weird, as if someone were rearranging all of his internal organs at once, and this hurt and felt really unnatural.
I am sorry. I only do what I must to survive.
Vegeta yelled, and then blasted Perfection with a very hastily put together Gallic gun. This was enough to be able to throw away the being, which seemed to weather this particular attack in general.
Kakarot! End this now! This thing is too dangerous to keep alive!
Boxer hesitated though, but he knew Vegeta was right. There was something very unnerving about this being. He charged up a Kamehameha, with Vegeta pumping in a final flash. Before Perfection could realize what was going on, it evaporated in 2 powerful blasts.
Is that it? The thing that the old man was so scared about, dealt with so easily?
Vegeta breathed deeply. Okay, maybe not so easily, he thought.
A moment ago, you were scared of it. Wait.
Trunks! As the two of them turned their heads, they saw Trunks laying on the ground, pale and sickly.
That bastard did something to him. Do we have the blasted bean, Kakarot?
Snarled the prince.
Yeah, I got it right here.
As Boxer then gave Trunks the sensu bean, he expected the boy to feel better and sit right up like nothing had happened, but... well, nothing happened.
Let's take him to Bulma,
said Kakarot, worried. This had never happened before, and so the two of them took the boy to Capsule Corp. He was conscious, but he felt as if his entire strength had abandoned him. Bulma, understandably, looked extremely worried.
You can put him in my old bed. Something's wrong. The bean's not working,
Boxer explained, very scared right now. They quickly did some tests, but at first glance, there was nothing weird about him except, well, one thing. He seemed a little bit anemic, really? Bulma took a blood sample, but the analysis would take several hours. For now, though, Trunks would just have to sleep.
And we don't have the stupid Dragon Balls to wish this sickness away. All because the Namekian decided to fuse with it. All because the Namekian had to mess around with things.
Vegeta was furious, but everyone could see cracks in his demeanor. He was clearly worried about his baby boy, but he did his best to try and not vocalize it. Distraction tactics. Talk about something else.
Well, I can always go to New Namek and ask for help. Maybe they can provide us with our own set or a wish on theirs.
Then stop yammering about it and do it!
Vegeta yelled, and Boxer nodded, using his instant transmission to do, well, just that. Since its iteration of Goku is a little bit more socially aware, it would take him slightly longer to try and ask Elder Mori and the others into wanting to bring Dende back with him than in the original timeline. There was less urgency in a way. Meanwhile, Vegeta was sitting right next to the bed in the closed room like a guard dog. When he was sure that no one else, except the barely conscious Trunks, could hear him, he said this.
Don't worry, boy. You'll be stronger due to your Saiyan biology. The stupid flu will take you down.
Father,
Trunks whispered, and the prince noticed stains on his chest. That was odd. Flu shouldn't do that. But something was oozing out of it. He wanted to examine it closely, thinking that his son may have had a wound that those dumb scientists missed. Big mistake. An oozy, jelly-like hand shot out of Trunks' chest and phased through Vegeta's. The prince felt the same thing he had felt earlier again. And then, someone grabbing hold of his heart from the inside. And for a brief moment, it stopped beating. He collapsed. Trunks then felt, in mere seconds, blue liquid coming out of his eyes, ears, nose, and mouth, and said liquid reformed into a soft, jelly-like version of Perfection.
Well, that didn't work out as planned. Don't worry, I didn't disable his heart. I merely slowed it down. I did in a kindnessly way. He was on the brink of having a full-blown cardiac episode. I saved his life, if you think about it.
How? How didn't they find you? Trunks was confused, rather than terrified. He still didn't feel hostility toward the creature. In fact, everything it had said since it got here seemed very reasonable to him.
Oh, they would have. Quite easily. If only they had checked your blood in a timely fashion. I masqueraded as such, you see. For now, though, we must go. I am susceptible to damage in this form.
Can we take Father with us? Perfection looked down at the crumpled up body of Vegeta and shook his head.
Not yet. I don't think I can sway him to our side. A strong will, surprisingly. And it'll be even stronger when he wakes up. That thing he told you about works both ways, you see. I came here underprepared, and I need to grow. We need to grow.
Trunks stood up, slightly dizzy.
Easy, easy now. We are going to hide your power so they will not find us. And when we are stronger, we will come back, and come back for every single one of your friends.
As Trunks opened the window and they flew out, Bulma entered the room seconds later to find a barely conscious Vegeta. And when Boxer returned with Dende, he was shocked to find out what had happened. What do you mean, disappeared? Vegeta was slowly coming back to himself.
There was something in him. Bulma, destroy that sample!
But if we don't analyze it, we won't learn a thing as to how to cure him. Bulma, give me the sample. Vegeta's right. It might be dangerous. Call everyone here. We need to find Trunks. As they went to the lab, they noticed that the sample had turned blue. As Boxer charged up his attack, the contents of the vial attempted to escape, but were completely evaporated by a ki blast. They'd done it in the nick of time. Dr. Brief sighed loudly.
You see? This is why we didn't let you use all that ki weirdness in the home, Boxer.
Yeah, Dad, I know. But we still gotta alert everyone. Meanwhile, Perfection and Trunks were laying low. Trunks returning to relatively normal strength rather quickly. That bean which they fed you. What is it? It quickened my revitalization process. Oh, a sensu bean? Well, to my understanding, it heals all damage. Korn and Yajirobe have them. They live below the lookout. Perfection decided to manually seek through Trunks' memories to find out more. The lookout. Ah, yes. Currently with no guardian. But also, Boxer said something about... what was it? Going to Namek? Either to heal Trunks or to find a replacement guardian? So currently, that place was off limits. They had to look out for the wish though, as they could erase him with a righteous one. Luckily, they didn't know that his host wasn't sick. He was just the first member of his hive. But to be stronger, he needed more. As they were hiding in the forest, they spotted some hikers. The group of 4 people were very shocked to see him.
Look! Is that an alien?
Said the biggest of the men. Oh, he's kind of adorable though, said one of the women. Perfection smiled. Yes, an alien. And you have been chosen to become my enlightened. He placed a hand on the forehead of the leader of the group. It wasn't very challenging, nor was the person particularly strong, but every single one would do. He wasn't resisting either. And soon the whole group became part of Perfection, accepting his every thought. Soon, he would be able to passively see their thoughts and be in complete sync with them. He just needed more strength. He used his hikers to spread his presence more, to the nearest shelter and then the nearest village. Then, some resting truckers would get him into a town. He needed more drones. If they see the dragon, they'd need to go faster. As you can see, Trunks, I am providing everyone with a purpose. Yeah, you do. The boy was still puzzled, still fighting his own thoughts. I know that it may feel wrong, Perfection continued, sensing Trunks' troubles, but in the end, even your friends will see that being part of me will make them happier and calmer. Once we do that, we will start thinking about other worlds. Maybe even, I dare say, other timelines. Their glassy, mirror-like eyes shone when he said that part. This felt like a dream to Trunks. Eternal peace that could heal his own timeline sounded very tempting. With every passing second, he started to realize that Perfection may be the key to ridding the entire world of war and violence. They didn't have to fight at all. They just had to listen to it. It wasn't a menace or a monster, as his father would have said. No, Perfection was a cure. And right now, he was busy healing. He just wished the others could see it this way. Mark was very worried. On one hand, he heard that Vegeta and Boxer had destroyed that new monster. But from other reports, somebody had taken Trunks, and the boy was already pretty strong. Why could things never be easy? He thought on his command console. He just wanted a future safe for his wife and daughter, for close friends and their kids, like Lon Jon. He was a member of the Galactic Patrol, but he felt useless right now. Maybe, thought Mark, this was a time to start calling in some favors. They had collected a lot of allies thanks to Boxer. They had the arrested Saiyans, they had Zarbon, Dodoria, the Namekians, and most recently, the androids. This nasty old man from the future wanted them to build an army or something. Maybe this was the reason? Mark was trapped deep in his own thoughts, looking at the scanner of his ship, completely unaware that not far away from the place where he had his vessel, a truck was approaching, and a man driving it had already heard of the voice of perfection. The ultimate cure was spreading, and no one could stop it. And that's where we're going to be leaving things for right now.